Today we learn about the plus 1 biology, body fluids and circulation. First we discuss about the function of circulatory system. Function of circulatory system. The functions of circulatory system that include transport of nutrients or nutrients and gases. Gases means oxygen and carbon dioxide. Nutrients that get into the circulatory system from the digestive system, that is from small intestine and large intestine. The gaseous exchange take place between lungs and tissue. Collection of metabolic wastes from tissue. Blood collect metabolic wastes from tissues. What is metabolism? All chemical activities that take place in cell means the metabolic activities. Blood collect metabolic wastes, nitrogenous wastes, carbon dioxide, etc. from tissues. Transport of hormones and distribution of heat. From the endocrine glands produce hormones. Endocrine glands are ductless glands. The hormones released directly into the blood and transported through the blood and to the target organ, that is the active place. Then distribution of heat. Body temperature 37 degrees centigrade. Maintain body temperature throughout the body. Next function, protection of body by destroying pathogens. That means immune system, immunity. The WBC cells are seen in blood. There are two types of body fluids or circulatory system, that is blood and lymph are the two types of body fluids in man. Next, components of blood. Plasma and cellular components. Plasma and cellular components. Plasma is about 55% of blood and all cellular components that up to 45%. The plasma with water and plasma protein. Water, that is 90 to 92%. Then there are mainly three types of proteins are seen in blood plasma. Proteins up to 6 to 8%. The proteins are albumin, globulin and fibrinogen. There are mainly three types of plasma proteins. They are albumin, globulin and fibrinogen. The cellular components means RBC, erythrocytes, WBC, leukocytes and platelets are the cellular components of blood. What are the functions of these three proteins? Fibrinogen, need for blood clotting or blood coagulation, helps for blood clotting or coagulation. Then globulin involved in defense mechanism of the body, that is a part of immunity. Globulin involves in defense mechanism of the body. Next, albumin. The function of albumin helps for osmotic balance. Helps for osmotic balance. That means the fluid consistency that maintained in blood. Plasma also contains small amount of minerals. Plasma also contains small amount of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, chlorine, bicarbonate, amino acids and lipids. Factors for clotting of blood present in plasma is an inactive form. The factors for clotting of blood present in plasma is an inactive form. But at the time of blood clotting, there are some reactions are take place. We will discuss about the steps of blood clotting. Plasma without clotting factors. Plasma without clotting factors called formed elements. The plasma without clotting factor is called serum. Serum. The plasma without a clotting factor is called serum. Then the formed elements. The formed elements that include erythrocytes, that is RBC, red blood corpuscles, leukocytes, WBC, and platelets are collectively called formed elements. First, we learn about the formed element erythrocyte, that means RBC. In a healthy adult, on an average 5 to 5.5 millions of RBCs per million mm raised to -3 of blood. In a healthy adult, the average of 5 to 5 millions of RBC per mm raised to -3 of blood. RBC devoid of nucleus in most of the mammals. In case of camel and some rare species, the RBC with the nucleus, but most of them included human beings, RBC devoid of nucleus. There is no nucleus seen in RBC in human case. They are biconcave in shape. They are biconcave in shape. They have red colored iron containing complex protein called hemoglobin. RBC have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is an iron containing complex protein with iron, protein, etc. are the part of hemoglobin. Folic acid is also necessary for the formation of hemoglobin. A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. The lifespan of RBC is up to 120 days. Then these old RBCs are worn out in spleen. Spleen is also known as the graveyard of RBC. Next component, leukocytes or WBC. WBC with nucleus, lack of hemoglobin, and is usually seen 6000 to 8000 mm raised to -3 of blood. There are 5 types of WBC or leukocytes, 3 types of fields and 2 types of sites. 3 of them are granulocytes, that means granules are seen in the cytoplasm of these 3 types of WBC. They are, the granulocytes are neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. WBC, granulocytes, they are neutrophils, that is 60 to 65%. The function, they are phagocytic, they engulf bacteria. Phagocytic in function. Next granulocyte is eosinophil. Eosinophils, that is 1.5%. Function, resist infections, also associated with allergic reactions. Resist infections and also associated with allergic reactions. Next granulocyte, that is basophils. Basophils are the third type of granulocytes, that is only 0.5% to 1. 0.5 to 1% of blood. Function, secrete histamines. Secrete histamines, heparin and serotonin. Involved in inflammatory reaction also. Involved in inflammatory reaction also. Once more, there are 3 types of granulocytes: neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. The neutrophils are seen, that is up to 60 to 65% in blood. Function, phagocytic. Next eosinophils, that is 1.5% seen in blood. Function, resist infections, also associated with the allergic reactions. We already learned about or heard about eosinophilia, allergic reaction. Third, basophils, the component 0.5 to 1%. 0.5 to 1%. Function, secrete histamines, heparin, serotonin. Basophils also involved in inflammatory reaction. Next type, agranulocytes. Agranulocytes. Next, agranulocytes. There are 2 types of agranulocytes. Example, lymphocytes and monocytes. There is no granules seen in the cytoplasm of lymphocytes and monocytes, so they are known as agranulocytes. Lymphocytes, that is usually seen 20 to 25% of blood. Function, major B and T forms of immunity related components. They are B cells and T cells. Helps for immune response. The main function of lymphocyte helps for immune response. They are the major B cells and T cell forms. These two cells are related to immune system. We already discussed about these type of immune systems. Next, monocytes. They are up to 6 to 8% function phagocytic. They engulf foreign matters or bacteria. The third blood component, platelets. Platelets also named as thrombocytes. These are cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes or special cells in the bone marrow. All these cell components, RBC, WBC and plate cells, are formed from bone marrow in adult case, but in fetal or embryonic stage, these blood components are produced from liver. Blood normally contains 1.5 to 3.5 lakh per mm⁻³ of thrombocytes. Platelets involved in blood clotting. The main function, blood clotting. That is also known as coagulation process. Next, the steps of blood clot formation. The steps of blood clot formation. First, the thromboblastin. The thromboblastin is formed by the breakdown of platelets. At the wound area, the platelets become fragmented and form thromboplastin. From blood platelets. Then this thromboplastin combined with prothrombin. Prothrombin is a plasma protein. Prothrombin is a plasma protein. This thromboplastin combined with prothrombin at the presence of calcium ions that seen in blood to form an enzyme. That means thrombin. Thrombin is an enzyme. At the presence of this enzyme thrombin, another plasma protein, fibrinogen, turns to fibrin. These fibrins are insoluble fibers. This fibrin is an insoluble fiber that not dissolved in blood. Next step, this fibrin. Fibrin combined with RBC and other materials to form clot, blood clot, that is also known as scab, that prevent the blood loss from the wound. Once more, the thromboplastin, that is formed from the breakdown of platelets from the wound area combined with plasma protein prothrombin at the presence of calcium ions in blood to form an enzyme thrombin. This thrombin convert fibrinogen, one of the plasma protein, to fibrin. These fibrins are fibers that insoluble in blood. These fibrin plus other blood components like RBC to form clot or scab that prevent the blood loss from the wounds. This is the step for blood clot formation. Next, blood groups. Next topic, blood groups. That means ABO grouping. What is ABO grouping? This grouping based on the presence or absence of two surface antigens on RBC, that's seen on the surface area of RBC, namely A and B. Namely A and B, the antigen. ABO blood grouping based on the presence or absence of two surface antigens on RBC, that is A and B. Similarly, blood plasma contains two natural antibodies. Similarly, blood plasma, that is the fluid part, contains two natural antibodies. Antibody A and antibody B. The proteins, they are the proteins. Antibodies are the proteins produced in response to antigen. The antibodies are produced in response to particular type of antigen. The blood group of a donor need to match with the blood group of recipient at the time of blood transfusion. What is blood transfusion? The blood taken from donor and it is inserted to the body of recipient, that is known as blood transfusion. At the time of blood transfusion, the blood group of donor need to match with the blood group of recipient. Otherwise, severe problems of clumping or destruction of RBC take place. Next, blood groups and donor, that is donor compatibility. Blood groups and donor compatibility. Here we have one chart in the textbook. First, blood group. Second, antigen on RBC. Of particular antigen. Next, appropriate antibodies in plasma. Last, donors group. First blood group, we consider first blood group A. The A blood group, the RBC surface with antigen A. This, in presence of this antigen A, the antibody, that is blood plasma, that is anti-B or antibody B. Anti-B or antibody B, that is present in blood group A and antigen A. The donors group, this blood group A can receive A blood group and O blood group. The blood group A can receive A blood group and O blood group. A and O blood groups are the donor groups for blood group A. Next, B blood group with B antigen, anti-A antibody. The donor groups of B blood, that means the B blood group and O blood groups can receive this blood group. Next, AB blood group with both antigen on surface area of RBC A and B. But there is no antibodies are present in AB blood group. The donors, that means AB blood group can receive AB blood group, A blood group, B blood group and O blood group. So AB blood group can receive all four types of bloods. So AB blood group is known as universal recipient. Universal recipient. Next, O blood group. There is no antigen seen in O blood group. But two types of antibodies, proteins, plasma proteins seen in O blood group, that is anti-A and anti-B. The O blood group only can receive O blood group only. But all blood groups can receive O blood group. But this O blood group only receive the O group. So O blood group is also known as universal donor. Next category, RH grouping. RH grouping. The RH factor, that also known as rhesus factor, also observed on the surface of RBC. This RH factor also observed on RBC like antigens. Majority up to 80% of people with RH and RH rhesus factor. The RH factor or rhesus factor also observed on the surface of RBC. Majority, that means up to 80% of people with RH factor in their blood. Such individuals are called RH positive. Only up to 20% without RH factor, that is known as RH negative group. An RH negative person, if exposed to RH positive blood, will form specific antibodies against the Rh antigen. The Rh antibody, the Rh blood group person with Rh negative blood is exposed or mixing the blood with Rh positive blood, there will form specific antibodies against this antigen. So Rh group should also be matched before blood transfusion. And Rh negative, if an Rh negative blood grouped person receive Rh positive blood, some types of reaction took place in the body of this Rh negative person's blood. That means some form of specific antibodies produced against this Rh factor from the donor's blood. So before blood transfusion means the transfer of blood from a person donor to the body of the another person, that is the recipient, should match. Next term, erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis fetalis. What is erythroblastosis fetalis? A special case of Rh incompatibility, that means mismatching. It is a special case of Rh incompatibility or mismatching has been observed between the Rh negative blood group of a pregnant mother with the Rh positive blood of the fetus. That means at the first carrying case, if a mother with Rh negative blood group carry an Rh positive fetus, Rh antigen of fetus, the Rh positive, that means Rh factor of the fetus do not contact with the Rh negative blood of mother at the first pregnancy. The two blood groups are well separated by plasma. Once more, this erythroblastosis fetalis is a special case of Rh incompatibility, that is mismatching of blood. It has been observed between the Rh negative blood of a pregnant mother with the Rh positive blood group of fetus. The Rh antigen of fetus do not contact with the Rh negative blood of mother at the first pregnancy because the two bloods are well separated by the placenta. There is no problem. During the delivery of the first child, there is possibility of mixing of fetal Rh positive blood to mother's negative blood. Then certain problems are arising. In this first case, in case of first pregnancy, the Rh factor of fetus not mix with Rh negative mother's blood of mother, because the two bloods, the negative and positive blood, are well separated by the placenta. We already learned about the placenta and its function of placenta. The placenta is a place that connects the developing embryo to the mother's body. There are so many blood vessels and nerves are seen in placenta. Through the placenta, the nutrition and waste and gases carry to the fetal body, and the wastes are eliminated to the mother's blood through the placenta. During the delivery of first child, at the time of the delivery of first child, there is some possibility of mixing of fetal blood to mother's blood. Possibility of positive and negative blood. Mother starts, that means mother's blood starts preparing antibodies against the Rh antigen that enter into her blood at the time of delivery. Mother's body, that is mother's blood starts preparing antibodies against the Rh factor of the fetus or fetal blood. Against the Rh factor of the fetal blood. In case of next or subsequent pregnancies, the Rh antibodies from the mother at second time or second pregnancy case, the Rh bodies from the mother leak to the blood to the fetus. These antibodies, we noted these antibodies. These Rh antibodies from mother's blood leak or enter into the blood of fetus and destroy the fetal RBC. These antibodies from the mother leak into the blood of second fetal body and destroy this fetal RBCs. This is fatal to fetus. This is fatal to the second fetus, caused severe anemia because the RBC of the fetus become burst. So the fetus cause severe anemia and jaundice to the baby. This condition called erythroblastosis fetalis. This reaction destroy the RBCs of the second fetus and this fetus cause severe anemic condition and jaundice. This condition is known as erythroblastosis fetalis. This condition can be avoided by administering anti-Rh antibody against this antibody. This erythroblastosis fetalis can be avoided by administering anti-Rh antibody. That means the antibody against this antibody to the mother's blood immediately after the delivery of the first child. This condition can be avoided by administering one injection with anti-Rh antibodies to the mother immediately after the delivery of first child. Next topic, coagulation of blood. We already discussed about this blood clotting or coagulation of blood. The blood clot or scab or coagulum formed of a network of threads called fibrils. We already discussed about what is blood clot, in which dead and damaged formed elements of blood are trapped. Here, the blood clot or coagulum formed of a network of threads called fibrils, in which dead and damaged formed elements of blood are trapped. In presence of enzyme thrombin, inactive fibrinogen turns to fibrin. Thrombin formed from inactive prothrombin. An enzyme complex thrombokinase is required for the above reaction. Thrombin also known as thrombokinase. Thrombin also known as thrombokinase. It is an enzyme required for this above reaction. This complex is formed by a series of linked enzymatic reaction cascade process. The enzyme reaction is also known as cascade process, involving number of inactive plasma factors. The clotting process starts by breaking of platelets. The calcium ion play an important role in this blood clotting process. We already discussed detail about this blood clotting process. Next component, lymph. Lymph tissue fluid. Now we discuss about what is lymph. When blood passing through the capillaries, we know the blood circulatory system with heart, arteries, veins and capillaries. When blood passing through the capillaries, water along with some soluble particles oozing out into intercellular spaces. What is intercellular space? The space between the adjacent cells is known as intercellular space. This is the intercellular space. When blood passing through the capillaries, the blood cover each and every cells. Water along with some soluble particles oozing out to intercellular spaces, called lymph. It devoid or absence of cellular components like RBC, WBC, etc. and large protein molecules. The lymph devoid of cellular components and large protein molecules. Lymph same as plasma in case of minerals. The lymph is same as plasma in case of minerals. Same type of minerals are seen in lymph and plasma. It helps for exchange of nutrition and gases, etc. This lymph helps for the exchange of nutrients and gases where the blood not properly entered. An elaborate network of vessels called lymphatic system. This area is connected with some elaborated lymphatic system. Collect fluids from intercellular spaces and drain back to major veins. The lymph helps for exchange of nutrition and gases where the blood is not properly entered. An elaborate network of vessels of lymphatic system collect fluid that drain out from the cells and back to major veins. The lymphocytes of lymph responsible for immune response. Some WBC cells seen in lymph, that means lymphocytes responsible for immune response. Some certain types of lymphocytes, WBC cells present in lymph responsible for immune system. Lymph is an important carrier for hormones and nutrition. Lymph is important carrier for hormones and nutrients or nutrients. Fats are, that is main point, fats are absorbed through lymph in the lacteals that present in the intestinal villi. If we draw the cross section of small intestine, there are some finger shaped projections are seen in this small intestine, that is known as villus, plural villi. But all types of nutrients except fat absorbed into the villi, blood vessels of villi. The end product of carbohydrate means glucose, fructose, galactose, etc. And after digestion of proteins, different types of amino acids are produced, and after the complete digestion of fats, fatty acid and glycerol are the end product of digestion. This fatty acid and glycerol, that is the end product of digestion of fat, is only absorbed into lymph, not blood. The lymph is an important carrier for hormones and nutrients. Fats are absorbed, that is fatty acid and glycerol, the end product of fat digestion, absorbed through lymph in the lacteal present in the intestinal villi. This is also seen in between the villi, the lacteals. The fat only absorbed into lacteals, not to the blood vessels of the villi. The other functions of lymph. The other functions of lymph include supply nutrition and oxygen to those parts of body where blood cannot reach. Supply of nutrition and oxygen to those parts of body where blood cannot reach. Then other functions of lymph include the drain away excess tissue fluid from extracellular space and pour back to blood. What is extracellular space? The space inside the cell, that means extracellular space. Intracellular space means the cells between the adjacent cells. Drain away excess tissue fluid from intracellular space and pour back to blood through lymphatic system. Absorb and transport fat from small intestine to lacteals. We already discussed about it. Lymphocytes and antibodies present in lymph. Lymphocytes and antibodies present in lymph remove bacteria. Next, route of lymph flow. Route of lymph flow. Let us start from tissue spaces, that is intercellular spaces. Tissue space to lymph capillaries. To lymph capillaries to lymph vessels to subclavian vein. Subclavian vein. Subclavian vein, then this lymph last enter into heart. This is the route of lymph flow. Tissue space, lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, last large subclavian vein, and then this lymph is enter into blood. Next topic, route of circulation, that means circulatory pathways. Circulatory pathways. There are two types of circulatory systems, open type and closed circulatory system. There are two types of circulatory pathways. First, open type of circulatory system and closed type of circulatory system. First, open type. Blood pumped by the heart. In case of open blood circulatory system, blood pumped by the heart passes through large vessels into open spaces, that is body cavity called sinuses. Example, arthropods and mollusks. Now here is a picture of open circulatory system of cockroach. Open circulatory system of cockroach. The blood pumped by the heart. This is the heart, dorsal heart. Our heart is ventral inside, but in case of lower animals, the heart is situated on dorsal side. The blood pumped by the heart passes through large vessels in open spaces. These open spaces are known as sinuses. Here we can see dorsal sinuses, perivisceral sinuses, perineural sinuses and head sinuses. Sinuses means blood-filled cavities. The neural system that passing through the ventral part. But in our case, the neural system, brain and associate part, that seen in dorsal part, but it is opposite in this case. Next, closed type of circulatory system, in which blood pumped by the heart always circulated through closed network of blood vessels. Arteries, veins and capillaries are closed. Heart is also closed system. In closed type of blood circulatory system, in which blood pumped by the heart always circulated through closed network of blood vessels. This is more advantageous than open type of circulatory system. These closed type of circulatory systems are seen in the lower case, that is annelids and all chordates with a notochord. All chordates and the phylum annelid that included in non-chordate also shows closed type of circulatory system. All vertebrates possess muscular heart. Fishes have two-chambered heart, one atrium and one ventricle. Here we can see two atrium and two ventricles. But in case of fishes, that is two-chambered heart, one atrium and one ventricle is seen. But in case of amphibians and reptiles, except crocodile, the reptile case, except crocodile and all amphibians have three-chambered heart, two atria and one ventricle. Whereas crocodile, in case of crocodile, two atria and two ventricles are seen, but these crocodiles also included in reptiles. Amphibians and reptiles have three-chambered heart, except crocodile have two atria and single ventricle. In case of crocodiles, birds and mammals possess four-chambered heart, two atria and two ventricles. In case of fishes, heart pumped deoxygenated blood. The whole blood. In case of fishes, heart pumps deoxygenated, that is carbon dioxide containing bloods, which is oxygenated by gills. Gills are situated inside the operculum. So it is single circulation. But our case double circulation is seen. We can discuss later about the double circulation. In case of fishes, heart pump only deoxygenated blood which is oxygenated by gills that is situated inside the operculum. So in fish cases, single circulation is seen. In case of amphibians and reptiles, left atrium receive oxygenated blood from gills, lungs, skin, and right atrium get deoxygenated blood. In amphibians and reptiles, left atrium receive oxygenated blood from gills. In case of amphibians, example in case of frog, in tadpole case, lungs, skin, that is cutaneous respiration. The certain amphibians receive or the circulation conducted through skin, that means cutaneous type of respiration. So in all this case, oxygenated blood passing to the left atrium. The oxygen is received through gills, lungs and skin. But in case of right atrium, gets deoxygenated blood from other body parts or from tissues. These two types of blood mixed up in single ventricle. We already discussed about these amphibians, reptiles except crocodile with two atrium and one ventricle. These oxygenated and deoxygenated blood mixed up in single ventricle. Ventricle pump out mixed blood. So in this case, we can see incomplete double circulation. The left atrium receive oxygenated blood and right atrium receive deoxygenated blood, and this oxygenated deoxygenated blood mixed in ventricle, single ventricle. So such type of circulatory system is known as incomplete double circulation. In case of birds and mammals, in case of birds and mammals, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood received by the left and right atrium respectively. In case of birds and mammals, oxygenated blood received to left and deoxygenated blood received to right atriums respectively. Passes onto the ventricles. There are two ventricles, passes onto the ventricles of the same side. The oxygenated blood passing from left atria to left ventricle and deoxygenated blood passing to right atria to right ventricle. Such a type of circulation is known as perfect double circulation. Perfect double circulation. There is no mixing at all. Next topic, human circulatory system. Human circulatory system. The blood vascular system consists of muscular four-chambered heart, blood vessels and blood. The human circulatory system with four-chambered muscular heart, blood vessels, that means arteries, veins and capillaries, and blood. Heart developed from the second germ layer of embryo, that means mesoderm. In embryonic layer, we already discussed about this topic. You can utilize this topic from our channel. There are 3 embryonic layers. First, ectoderm. Second, mesoderm. Third, endoderm. In human case, there are 3 layers in embryonic, that means embryonic layers. Triple layered case. The heart developed from the second germ layer, that is mesoderm. The heart is developed from the embryonic layer, that is the second embryonic layer, that is mesoderm. It has a size of pinched fist, protected by double layered pericardium. Protected by double layered pericardium enclosing pericardial fluid. In between this pericardial layer, a fluid is filled, that means pericardial fluid that protect the heart from the pressure and injuries. The 2 upper chambers known as atria and 2 lower chambers known as ventricles. The thin muscular wall named interarterial septum separate right and left atria. Here is a thin muscular wall named interarterial septum separate right and left atria. A thick-walled inner ventricular septum. A thick-walled interventricular septum separates left and right ventricles. The atrium and ventricles of same side. The atrium and ventricles of same side separated by thick fibrous tissue called atrioventricular septum. Atrioventricular septum separate the atrium and ventricles of the same side. The opening between right atrium and right ventricle. In this picture, this is the right part and this is the left part. The opening between right atrium and right ventricle is guarded by tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve or mitral valve. Bicuspid valve or mitral valve guarded the opening of left atrium and left ventricle. The opening of right and left ventricle into pulmonary artery and atria. The opening of right ventricle. The opening of right ventricle into pulmonary artery and the opening of left ventricle to aorta. The opening of right and left ventricle open to pulmonary artery that carry blood to lungs, and the left ventricle, the opening of aorta that carry oxygenated blood into body part. The opening places of pulmonary artery and aorta. The opening places of pulmonary artery and aorta are guarded by semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. The opening of pulmonary artery and aorta guarded by semilunar valves known as semilunar valves. These valves prevent backward flow of blood to ventricles. The semilunar valves that is seen on the opening place of pulmonary artery and aorta protect the backflow of blood from this aorta and pulmonary artery to ventricle. A specialized nodal muscular tissue present on upper corner of right atrium and SA node, that is sinoatrial node. Now we can utilize another text for this purpose. A specialized muscular nodal tissue present on upper corner of the right atrium called SA node, that also known as sinoatrial node. Another mass of tissue seen in the lower left corner of the right atrium, close to atrioventricular septum. This is atrioventricular septum. Close to atrioventricular septum, close to this place, there is another mass of tissue, that is also known as AV node or atrioventricular node. A bundle of nodal fibers, that is AV nodal fibers. A bundle of AV nodal fibers pass through the atrioventricular septa to emerge to the top of the interventricular septum. And divided into right and left bundles. These branches of minute fibers throughout the ventricular muscles known as Purkinje fibers. These fibers are then known as Purkinje fibers. The nodal musculature, that is SA node and AV node, has the ability to generate action or a stimulation, that like just a minute shock, that is stimulation, without any external stimuli. So it is known as auto-excitable condition. Once more we can discuss about the part of our heart. The blood vascular system consists of 4-chambered heart, blood vessels, that means arteries and veins, capillaries and blood. The blood circulatory system consists of 3 parts: muscular heart, blood vessels, that means arteries, veins and capillaries and blood. The heart developed from second layer of germ layer. We already discussed about it. The pre-embryonic layer, the heart is derived from the second layer, that means from mesoderm of the embryonal layer. It has the size of a pinched fist, protected by double layered pericardium. The heart is protected by double layered pericardium. Enclosed pericardial fluid. Pericardial fluid is enclosed between the pericardial membrane. The upper 2 chambers called atria and lower 2 ventricles. A thin muscular wall named interatrial septum separate right and left atria. A thin muscular wall named interatrial septum separate right and left atria. A thick-walled interventricular septum separate left and right ventricles. The atrium and ventricles are same separated by thick fibrous tissue called atrioventricular septum. The opening between right atrium and right ventricle is guarded by tricuspid valve, and the bicuspid valve or mitral valve guarded the opening between the left atrium and left ventricle. The opening of the right and left ventricles to pulmonary artery, from right side to open to pulmonary artery and left from aorta. The opening place of pulmonary artery and aorta are guarded by semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. These valves prevent backflow of blood to ventricles. The muscular wall of ventricle are much thicker than the atria. The ventricular wall is thicker than the wall of atria. A specialized muscular nodal tissue present on upper corner of the right atrium called SA node or sinoatrial node, and another mass of tissue that's seen in lower left corner of the right atrium close to atrioventricular septum. Called AV node or atrioventricular node. The bundle of nodal fibers. The bundle of nodal fibers, that from AV nodal fibers. The bundle of nodal fibers, that is AV nodal fibers, pass through the atrioventricular septa to emerge to top of the interventricular septa and divided to right and left bundle. These branches of minute fibers throughout the ventricular muscle called Purkinje fibers. The nodal muscular, that means SA node and AV node. The nodal musculature, that means the SA node and AV node, has the ability to generate action, that is a stimulation of work. That means a simple electric discharge. We can compare this stimulation as a simple electric discharge without any external stimuli. This stimulation is exerted by without any external stimuli, so it is called auto-excitable activity. The SA node and AV node are known as auto-excitable because it is self-centered. The SA node can generate a maximum number of action potential, that means 70 to 75 per minute raised to 1. SA node is responsible for the initiating and maintaining of rhythmic reaction activity of heart. The SA node can generate maximum number of action potential, that means the activity is up to 70 to 75 per minute. SA node is responsible for initiating and maintaining the rhythmic, that means the contraction process of heart. Our heart normally beats 70 to 75 times in a minute. Average 72 beats per minute raised to -1. Next, topic. Next topic, cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle. Here we hear about two terms spontaneously, that means systole and diastole. In case of cardiac cycle, we first learn about what is systole and diastole. Systole. Systole means contraction, and diastole means relaxation. Diastole means relaxation. We should by heart these two terms. How does heart function? How does heart function? All chambers of heart are in a relaxed state at first. All chambers, that means 4 chambers of heart are in a relaxed state. That means joined diastole state. Diastole means relaxed state. 4 chambers of heart in a relaxed state, that means joined diastole state. Next, tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open. Blood from pulmonary veins and vena cavas flow blood into left and right atrium. Blood from pulmonary veins, that means the oxygenated blood from lungs passing to left atria through pulmonary veins, flows into left, and the deoxygenated blood from head portion and lower part came to right atrium through vena cavas. The semi-lunar valves closed at this stage. At the same time, the blood enter into 2 atrias. The valves, the semi-lunar valves, that opening at the place of pulmonary artery and aorta, closed. The blood filled in 2 atrias, and at the same time the semi-lunar valves that seen on the pulmonary artery and pulmonary artery and atria closed. SA node, we discussed about SA node, generate an action potential, that on the right upper part the SA node generate an action potential which stimulate both atria to undergo contraction. We just need to recognize that this stimulation means as like a little electricity. The presence of this electric current we consume, that is electric current, the muscles are contracted. In the presence of this electric current or stimulation, the muscles should contract. SA node generate an active potential which stimulate both atria undergo contraction. That means the SA node generate action potential which stimulate the atria undergo contraction. This is stimulation passing throughout the wall of the 2 atria. So the muscles of the atria become contracted. This stage is known as atrial systole. This stage is contracted stage is known as atrial systole. This increases the flow of blood into ventricle. The arterial walls contract, the blood passing to ventricles. Up to 30% of the capacity of ventricle. The blood is filled up to 30% of the ventricle. Then the action potential conducted to ventricular side. Then next stage, the action potential, that is current, conducted to ventricular side by AV node. AV bundle from where transmit to Purkinje fibers and bundle of His. This muscle is also known as bundle of His. To entire ventricular musculature, this causes ventricular contraction. That is also known as ventricular systole. Next step, the atria undergo relaxation. The atria, this contraction then leads to the atria become in a relaxed state, that means diastole coincidating, that means the contraction of ventricular muscle and the relaxation of atria become a spontaneous process. The relaxation of atria become a spontaneous process with the ventricular systole. This ventricular contraction create pressure causing closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve. The contraction pressure of ventricles causing closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valves, that is seen in between the artery and ventricles. To avoid re-entering of blood from ventricles to atria, simultaneously the semi-lunar valves, these two valves are closed that protect the entry of blood to atria, and simultaneously these two semi-lunar valves open and blood from right ventricle to pulmonary artery and left ventricle to aorta to circulatory pathway. Then the ventricle relaxed. That means ventricular diastole and pressure fall down. The tricuspid and bicuspid valves open, blood again enter into ventricle. The ventricles and the atria now again in a complete relaxation, that means the joint diastole state. This sequential event in the heart, which is cyclically repeated, called cardiac cycle. The duration of cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds. Once more, we discussed about the cardiac cycle. All chambers of heart are in a relaxed state. That means complete relaxation state, that is joint diastole. Next, tricuspid and bicuspid valves open, blood from pulmonary vein that coming from lungs and two vena cavas. The deoxygenated blood from different body parts enter into right atria and oxygenated blood into left atria. And the semi-lunar valves closed. At this same time. Then the SA node generate an action potential which stimulate both the atria to undergo contraction. That means the arterial systole, this increase the flow of blood to the ventricle up to 30%. Then the action potential conducted to ventricular site. The action potential then conducted to ventricular side by AV node and then to bundle from where transmit to bundle of His, that is the combined form of Purkinje fibers, bundle of His to entire ventricular surface, the current passing through the entire ventricular surface. This causes ventricular contraction, that means ventricular systole. This causes ventricular contraction. Next step, the atria undergo relaxation, that is diastole, coinciding with the ventricular systole, that means the contraction. The contraction of ventricles and relaxation of atria take place at same time. This contraction creates a pressure causing closure of this contraction of ventricle close the pressure of tricuspid and this pressure causing closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve. And simultaneously the semi-lunar valves forced to open and blood from right ventricle pass to pulmonary artery and blood from left ventricle to aorta, that is oxygenated blood. Right side always keep deoxygenated blood and left sides always keep oxygenated blood. The ventricle relaxed. Then next stage, after pumping the ventricle relaxed, that means ventricular diastole and pressure fall down in ventricle. The tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve push open. Then the tricuspid and bicuspid valve pushed open and blood again enter into ventricle from arteries. The ventricles and atria now again in a relaxed or joint diastole and complete the cardiac cycle. The duration of cardiac cycle is take 0.8 seconds. Next term, stroke volume. Stroke volume. What is stroke volume? In a cardiac cycle, we already discussed about one cardiac cycle. In a cardiac cycle, each ventricle pumps out approximately 70 ml of blood. In a cardiac cycle, each ventricles, the lower chambers, pumps out approximately 70 ml of blood, which is called stroke volume. The cardiac output can be defined as the volume of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute. The cardiac output can be defined as the volume of blood pumped out by each ventricle per minute and average of 5000 ml or 5 liter in a healthy individual. The body has the ability to alter the stroke volume. The body has the ability to alter the stroke volume, that is, in case of athletes, will be much higher than that of the ordinary people. Next term, lub and dub sounds. Lub and dub sounds. During each cardiac cycle, we already discussed a complete cardiac cycle. During each cardiac cycle, two prominent sounds are produced, can easily heard through stethoscope. The lub sound associated with the closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve. Closure of tricuspid and bicuspid valve. The dub sound associated with the closure of two semi-lunar valves. Next term, what is ECG? ECG means electrocardiograph. Electrocardiograph. The machine electrocardiograph is used to obtain an electrocardiogram. That is, electrocardiogram means ECG. Electrocardiogram means the picture, that is ECG. This is the ECG. The electrocardiogram means the pictorial representation of heart. Electrocardiograph means the machine. Graph means the machine and graph means ECG, pictorial representation. ECG is a graphical representation of electrical activity of the heart during a cardiac cycle. A patient is connected to the machine with leads, one to each wrist, that is fixed on the two wrists, that means the wide part is known as leads, and to the chest region also. Each peak in the ECG is identified with the altered form P to T. Each peak in ECG is identified by the letter from P to T that correspond to the specific electrical activity of the heart. Then the P wave represent the electrical excitation or depolarization of the atria. The P wave represent the electrical excitation or depolarization of the atria which leads to contraction of both atria, the first stage. The QRS complex represent the depolarization of the ventricle. The P wave represent the depolarization of atria and the QRS wave represent depolarization of ventricle. The contraction starts shortly after Q and mark begin to the systole. The T wave represent the return of the ventricle from excited to normal state. That means repolarization. First to depolarization and then the T represent the repolarization or normal stage. The counting number of QRS complex determine the heartbeat rate in an individual. Any deviation from this shape indicate the possible abnormality or disease. Next, the comparison between artery, capillary and vein. Artery, capillary and vein. In case of artery, the transport blood away from. In case of artery, blood transport away from the heart. Then, in case of artery, the transport of blood away from heart. In case of capillary, capillary is a link arteries between the artery and vein. The capillary is the linked part of artery and vein. Veins transport blood towards the heart. Next, in case of artery, tunica media. This is tunica media. This is tunica externa and this is lumen. The tunica media is thick and composed of elastic muscular tissue. The second layer, the tunica media thick composed of muscular tissue. In case of capillary, no tunica media at all. In case of veins, the tunica media is very thin. This is the second layer. This is second layer. This is thick. This is thick. This is thin. In case of arteries, there is no semilunar valves present. Semilunar valves present in capillaries. Semilunar valves present in veins also. The semilunar valves in veins seen all along the length of the veins prevent the backflow of the blood. In arteries, high blood pressure seen. In case of capillaries, no pulsatile, low pressure. In veins, blood flow rapidly in arteries, slow in these two cases, capillary and veins. Low blood volume in arteries, high blood volume in capillaries. Increased blood volume in veins, deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary artery. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Artery, small lumen seen, extremely narrow lumen and large lumen in veins. Next, double circulation. What is double circulation? Double circulation. In one circulation, blood passes through the heart twice. In one circulation, blood passes through the heart twice. Once from the body to heart to lungs and second time lungs to heart and body. First time blood from body to heart and first once from the body to heart and lungs, then lungs to second time we discuss in details. That means the path of circulation we can study detailed. First from body to heart. First from body to heart. First from body to heart. That from superior vena cava and inferior vena cava carry deoxygenated blood from head and body portion, and this deoxygenated blood enter into right atria. The deoxygenated blood from two vena cavas and deoxygenated blood enter into right atria. Then to tricuspid valve situated in right part. Then to right ventricle. Then to pulmonary artery. First, the deoxygenated blood carrying two vena cava, superior and inferior vena cava, to right auricle or atria, to tricuspid valve and enter into right ventricle, deoxygenated blood. Then this deoxygenated blood enter into pulmonary artery, the right from right ventricle to pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. This deoxygenated blood passing through the pulmonary artery and enter into lungs for purification. Then this purified blood from lungs to left atria through pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins, that is oxygenated blood coming from lungs to pulmonary vein, and this oxygenated blood enter into left atria. Then this oxygenated blood enter into left ventricle through bicuspid valve. To left ventricle, then from left ventricle open to aorta. This oxygenated blood passing throughout the body. What is double circulation? The superior and inferior vena cava collect deoxygenated blood from throughout the body, and this deoxygenated blood is enter into right atrium, and this deoxygenated blood is enter into right ventricle through tricuspid valve, and this deoxygenated blood enter into pulmonary artery and carry this pulmonary artery. Deoxygenated blood enter into lungs for purification. After purification, oxygenated blood coming to left atria through pulmonary veins. Then this oxygenated blood enter into left ventricle through bicuspid valve, and this oxygenated blood enter into aorta for supply oxygenated blood throughout the body. This is double circulation. Why this is known as double circulation? This is one circulation and this is one circulation. The blood from body to heart and heart to body. Heart, lungs, then heart to body. From body to heart to lungs, and from lungs to heart to body. That is double circulation. Next topic, regulation of cardiac activities. Regulation of cardiac activities. Normal activities of heart regulated intrinsically, that is auto-regulated. We already discussed the SI node activate freely without any outer pressure. The normal activity of heart that start from SI node, and this SI node and AV nodes are self-centered activity parts. Normal activities of heart are regulated intrinsically, that is auto-regulated by specialized nodal tissues, that is SI node and AV nodes. Hence called heart is myogenic. Heart is myogenic. A special neural center in medulla oblongata of brain. A specialized neural center in medulla oblongata can moderate cardiac function through autonomous nervous system. Brain and associated part. A special neural center in medulla oblongata of brain can moderate cardiac function through autonomous nervous system. We can discuss about autonomous nervous system in our later studies. Neural signals through the sympathetic nerves. There are two parts, sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. The neural signals through the sympathetic nerve part of automatic nervous system. The automatic activity, that is ANS, autonomous nervous system, have two parts, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. This is the stimulation and process, and this is calming portion. The autonomous nervous system has two parts. Again, the third part, the parasympathetic neural signals, that is another component of ANS, decrease the rate of heartbeat, that is the calming process, speed of conduction of action potential, and thereby the cardiac cycle output. The fourth, the adrenal medulla, that's situated above the kidney. Adrenal medulla hormones can also increase the cardiac output. Again, the normal activities of heart are regulated intrinsically, that is myogenic activity. A special neural center in medulla oblongata can moderate cardiac function through autonomous nervous system. Neural signals through the sympathetic nervous system, part of ANS, can increase the rate of heartbeat, strengthen the ventricular contraction, and thereby the cardiac output. That is the stimulating process, that is the whole stimulating process of internal organs are controlled by the sympathetic part. Then the parasympathetic neural signal, that all activated stage become calmed by the activity of parasympathetic part of ANS. The parasympathetic neural signals decrease the rate of heartbeat, speed of conduction of action potential, and thereby the cardiac output, that is soothing process. Fourth, adrenal medulla hormones can also increase the cardiac output. The last portion, disorders of circulatory system. Disorders of circulatory system. We can learn major three malfunctions of circulatory system. First, hypertension. Hypertension. High blood pressure. It means pressure higher than the normal rate, that is 120 per 80 mm of Hg. That is the normal blood pressure. Here 120 is the systolic pressure and 80 is the diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure means pumping pressure and diastolic pressure means resting pressure. If a person with a high systolic or diastolic pressure more than 140 and 90 considered as high BP or high blood pressure. Second disorder, coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease, CAD. It is also referred to as atherosclerosis. The another name of CAD is atherosclerosis. It is caused by deposit of calcium, fat, cholesterol and fibrous tissues in the lumen of artery. In the lumen of artery. It is caused by the deposit of calcium, fat, cholesterol and fibrous tissue in the lumen of artery. We already discussed about this, about the peculiarity of artery lumen. It is smaller compared to veins. The narrowing lumen negatively affects the blood supply to the heart muscle. That means the coronary artery. The coronary artery is a branch of aorta that supply oxygen and nutrients to the cardiac muscle, the muscle of heart. This deposit narrowing the lumen of coronary artery and the supply of the heart, the supply of oxygen to the heart muscles become limited or stopped. Angina, that is angina. Angina also called angina pectoris. A symptom of acute chest pain appears when no enough oxygen is reaching to the heart muscle. The blockage of coronary artery causing angina pectoris. The symptom of acute chest pain appear when no enough oxygen reaching to the heart muscle. Third disease, heart failure. Heart failure. Heart failure means the state of heart when it is not pumping blood efficiently. Heart failure means the state of heart when it is not pumping blood efficiently enough to meet the need of the body. It is also called congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure. Heart failure is also called congestive heart failure because congestion of the lungs, the proper activity, the loss of proper activity of the lungs is one of the main symptoms of this disease. Heart failure not same as cardiac arrest or heart attack. Now we complete our lesson. We take all notes for exam purpose. Then if you like this class, please like, share and subscribe.